welcome to another vlog. It is Saturday. Yesterday I went into the city. I collected the Zara dress that I was talking about in the previous video, so I'm yet to try that on. It is a beautiful linen blend dress with bat wings and a lovely pattern on it, little v-neck smock that I think would be absolutely perfect for summer and when we go to Florida in November. It's Carmen's birthday today. Teeny weeny Carmen, not so teeny weeny anymore. She is 1 today. And I'm gonna go take some photos of her birthday party. Going to a birthday party, you can't turn up empty-handed. I've done her a little gift. They are obnoxiously large. However, when I was speaking to Grace, she was saying that, oh, I'm going to get these photos printed out and they're going to go in her new nursery because she's just bought a house. So I'm pairing these two together in a frame. I go to Snappy Snaps because they print out in matte. I don't like glossy photos. They give a glare and you just can't really properly see the image, so I get them printed out in matte. They're to go in these frames. Grace and I absolutely love green, and I think she's got a pink bedroom at the moment, and I think Grace will keep with that. But I just thought these next to each other somewhere in her nursery, like that. I wanted to do 4, but it would have been too expensive, and now I know why. But them just like next to each other on a wall with some books underneath or something, or above her bed would be super duper cute. Or if this isn't to her taste and her mum would like them, that's also okay too. But I do think this is going to be a bit of a running joke at how large these images are. They are 16 by 12. I should have maybe thought in my head, Grace, that's 16 inches by 12 inches. Think that is large. But I was doing it on Photoshop. It didn't look large on Photoshop, and I was just kind of like, I didn't want to turn up empty-handed, and I felt like it was a little bit of a rushed job. So yeah, I'm really hoping that this will all pan out. I have got some brown paper. I hope I've got enough. I should have enough. And I picked up a little card. I'm worried that she's going to get loads of these because they're from M&S, but I just love the pink, and I love how the ribbon that I'm going to wrap this all up, put a ribbon around it, and then slot the card in. I absolutely love cards, and I love wrapping presents, and I'm really particular about it. That brings me so much joy. I think that's my way of showing love, is by making an effort or like being thoughtful. I wish I got this black dot off of her dress. I think they're gonna look good. I should maybe have printed it out the size of the mount, but it looked too long and skinny.
It was a sort of, quest for beauty. That's more to get everyone the chance to see it, as opposed to people. Just with the functionality of things, that's what you're ever obsessed with. That's pretty rich coming from you. I know, I love a bit of cheddar, don't I?
Got windows on one wall, door to get in on the other, kitchen on the other, mirrored wall on the other. So there's no way that. They're further away! There's nothing odd about that. Why would that?
Hang on, Ricky. This is where we're at. They're framed. Yes, I still think they're a bit obnoxious, but there's no turning back now. I am wearing a lovely blouse and my cargo trousers and some trainers. I was pretty much ready 40 minutes before I had to leave, and now I'm running late. So I love how that happens. Just had a delivery arrive and it was basically in tatters. So I've just been like speaking to customer services and stuff. And then lo and behold, I should have left the house already. So that's just how we work. So great. I need to perk up. I just feel like such a miserable bitch. I feel good that I've washed my hair. That's a vain thing to say, but I genuinely think it improves mood, state of mind, mental well-being. I actually had my friend Leanne around last night, and we were just chatting about I mean everything. But we are very keen to start a podcast together. She's just an amazing person. She works with kids with autism and in schools and teaches them. She's probably going to watch this and like, no, that's not actually what I do, or I'm not going to say enough of what she does. But she works in a school and she's got just years worth of experience around autism, the understanding of autism. We've both worked out that I'm definitely autistic. She did a screening thing and was like asking me questions. It was like a 2-hour-long thing. She's like, yeah, you're definitely autistic. I think more so than got ADHD. I think if you can learn anything about, like, more about yourself, I feel that's more power to you, more understanding, an opportunity to grow. I mean, knowledge is power at the end of the day. If I can understand my anxieties a lot more, I think maybe I would cope better, and that's why I want to have therapy and understand boundaries and just what mechanisms work for me. I definitely don't think it's something I can do on my own. A big reason why I like trauma dump on Leanna. But she's just so fantastic, and I feel like there's an opportunity for us to, because we have these conversations. She comes round, or I go round to hers, and we talk about it. To be honest, whenever we meet up, it ends up being a topic of conversation where I'm like, I noticed that I do this and I do this and then this and then whatever it might be. And I was like, seriously, Leanna, like, the more I speak to you and the more I understand about autism and like the spider webs off of autism and stimming and triggers and stuff like that, I was like, I'm definitely autistic. She's like, yes, Grace, I know you are. So basically we want to do a podcast that kind of like talks around topics of being diagnosed at a late age, going through diagnosis. There are so many things that we could talk about and make episodes out of that. Even like a passionate topic of mine would be, say you do get diagnosed with autism, what are you then to do with that information? It's like, okay, great, I've been diagnosed, now what do I do? And I kind of want to make a space where it's a podcast and episodes that people maybe in that position or maybe are looking to get diagnosed could be helpful. Just two friends talking about really important shit. Good afternoon. It is Sunday. Yesterday, Carmen's party went really, really well. Had a lovely time. Managed to get some lovely shots. I think each time I kind of put myself out of my comfort zone or do something that I don't normally do, I do learn a lot from it. So I did think that her birthday party was going to be at her parents' house, and it was going to be like a little gathering. Alas, it was not. It was at a village hall, and I think I probably would have preferred to have a flash or even have gone a bit extra and put a light up, because where Grace had someone come in and do like a balloon section and styled a little corner, it was quite dark in that corner and it was a bit miserable yesterday weather-wise. So I think the lighting kind of annoyed me when I was editing the images. Andrew helped me and offered his opinion, and I liked them a lot more when I was editing. I think I just get in a bit of a kerfuffle when it comes to colour grading and overthink things a bit too much, but I think that's just me across the board. But we are going into the city today. We've just parked, heading into the office to grab some bits for work. We are shooting with Grace this evening, so we need to fetch some bits. It is a little bit later in the day now. We forgot a key, so we couldn't get into the office. So instead we just went in the city, grabbed a birthday card, and then came home to prep for the shoot we're about to do now. It's actually been a beautiful day today. All this week it's been thunderstorms, raining, and a bit grim, but it's lovely. Nice for 6:30 in the evening. This one. Hey. Hiya. Hey. Hey. It's been quite a day. Last night with Grace went really, really well. So much so that I even had a bit of filler in my face. Before the wedding, I had like my lips dissolved and then done again. There was nothing wrong with them. Grace learnt a new technique. I really liked that technique, and so I had my lips dissolved and then redone again with the new technique. And then I had a bit of jawline filler put in, just, you know, just for the wedding, just wanted a bit more of a jawline, and I was bloody happy with them. However, I tend to do a lot of this. This side of my face had dipped, and when I saw Grace, I was like, is my face symmetrical? I mean, no one's face is symmetrical, but just where like filler is, and she's like, oh, it's a little bit dipped here, you can't really notice. And she's like, do you want me to fill it for you? And I was like, yes please. So I was a big fat wuss and had it done. It was just like here, but I've also just kind of like broken out here, there and everywhere. I'm also on my period, so I just get a variety in my nose, on my chin, and I can just feel my whole face. And then I just feel like I've been smacked a little bit because of the filler that's been placed here. So that's been interesting to deal with today. I've been in the studio today shooting some products, and I was literally sitting there with Andrew just going, this is amazing. I was like, look how much space we have, and it's just such a nice creative space. And I think you can so easily take things for granted. Like whenever we did shoot products before, it was always done in our dining room, and our whole house just got taken away from us because it was here, there and everywhere of... Yes, it was nice to have our house back, but also so nice to go in the studio and shoot properly, because the only shoot that we've done in there was the cake smash with Carmen. So to then go in and use the studio, but for a completely different type of shoot, was just so nice and fun. Just being able to experiment with so many different options of lighting because we had so much space was really nice, and I had a really good time. Felt a bit airy-fairy today. I keep saying to my mum, because I spoke to her this morning, I feel like I'm here, just not present. Just like I'm floating a bit. So I probably could have done a longer stint in the office, but we decided to come home. Well, we came home at 5:30, so I mean that's the end of a normal day, but we went in a little bit later. Had an early dinner, and now I'm speaking to you. I'm going to take my makeup off, and I think I'm going to put like a face mask on or something and just give my skin a bit of TLC. Woo! Hello, I look super duper shiny. I did do a face mask last night. Did a whole skincare thing, and then decided to do a light spritzing of tan because I looked a bit, and I don't want to scrub my tan off quite yet. But we are in the office again today. We came in, put our stuff down, and then went back out. Went to Gerald's to pick up some props for a shoot we want to finish off from yesterday. Went via the market to go get some food. Didn't see anything that wouldn't cause me any havoc, only stuff that would, that I wanted, but just decided I'm gonna make good choices today. Sushi. But I did get something from the market, and that was my first bunch of peonies. But I just feel a bit, I keep on using the word sloggy today. I don't feel like I've got pep in my step. I've got so much to do, and I'm just doing it at really weird times of the day where I could just get it done and then crack on and do another big task and then another one. So instead I spent the whole morning resetting the house, putting a wash on because Andrew and I didn't have any pants left. I feel good for doing that, but I should have maybe prioritised some other stuff like getting back in here, setting the studio up for a shoot tomorrow. So we went back home, said hello to the dogs, let them out. Andrew had a bit of lunch. I'm going to grab some bits from Dunelm and then go back via home, pick up the dogs and then do a bit of a stint in the office. Just coming in here for more background ideas, like backdrops, so we're going to get some curtains. I was thinking I quite like these ones, or maybe, no, I don't want it passing, not that you're going to see much of it. Okay, I think I'm just going to make a decision and we're going to go for it. Got our bits from Dunelm. We ended up getting a pair of curtains, duvet, a double duvet, a duvet cover, and a vacuum pack bag, because we're going to start running out of space of where to put all of these props. So you've got to think smart.
Sit, Kiki. Doing alright.
What? We
getting out in a minute? Yes, you're coming out! Yes! Right,
Just about survived getting the dogs out of the car. Now parking till 9, £6.40. Not loving that. The dogs are very excited. It means that we can stay until 9 if needs be and get everything done. If there are any hiccups is probably the best word. You right, kids? You ready? Good girl. Oh, Winky Boy wants it ready. Watch your back. Good boy. It is shoot. New vlog. It's shoot day today. We were in the studio till quite late last night and we got in a bit earlier this morning to readjust a few things. I went home and I just was relentlessly on Pinterest looking at how I could layer the backdrop a bit more and just the set in general. I brought in some foliage, I lowered the backdrop, brought in more blankets, and then other alternatives if we can't get the little one to sit up quite right in the basket. I like to think I'm uber prepared. We are currently walking up to Bread Sauce to, you're gonna get a coffee?
Pastry.
Coffee and a pastry. Oh yes. Unfortunately, no Pano shock and my elderflower drink wasn't there, so we are going to walk up to Tesco and I'm going to grab a banana because I need something and I think that's a safe bet. Bananas have been acquired. I'd like to think I'll get out of this anxiety once I do more of these shoots. It's really not fun feeling like this, although it is helping me go to the toilet, so I'll take that. I'm excited to have Danny in. I've lit a candle. I've got the Polaroid camera ready. I'm so excited, but I've just got this overwhelmingness of anxiety that's when I was growing up with my dad. I spoke to my mum about this the other day. Then my dad would always tell, like me and my sister, if we were to do something, we had to be the best at it. And that's a lovely thought. I just want to enjoy what I do. And if I get what I get, amazing. And if I don't, then I find out why, what didn't quite work, and then have another whack at it. But I just have this overwhelming pressure just all the time when I start something new or just literally do anything in my life. My mum was like, you need to sage your house. This is not good energy. I was like, all right, mum, but I think she might be onto something. But anyway, enough rambling. The set is ready. I did do, as per, a good bunch of fiddle faddling. Isn't it so cute? Oh, I could do like a panning shot because I'm on my rolly chair. Do, 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 do. No, that's Harry Potter. Don't want to do that. I actually haven't seen Sylvie in a little while, so I don't know how big she's gotten. She's 5 months old. So I'm trying to do this. I've rolled up a blanket to prop her up there if she needs support there. But I'm shoving her in a basket, a storage basket, but I thought that was a good idea. But this and then the background, I felt like I needed to fill in something and have something there. So I've brought the big cushion back into the game. We are standing on a duvet, a sheet, and then the amazing ladder find from HomeSense. And then I've brought, this is my salvaged Valentine's Day flowers that Andrew got me. I kept all the dry bits and they're on our dining table, but I'm like, I'm bringing them in. I think they could be helpful. And then I've created a fake, well, Andrew has, to be fair. I put the curtains up. I'm creating a fake window. And then these two to soften the light, and then this. And I think if she's like looking up this way or looking towards Danny, I think we could get a really nice shot. But it looks amazing. I was all worrying about this, thinking I ain't got it right. A few added little bits and I'm mega chuffed.